morning. Thanks for checking in. So yeah, just walking up through the woods near Clappers Gate, basically, in here in the Lake District. Trying not to get lost. Been here a ton of times, but when it's dark, it's a little bit different. Yeah, gonna go and have a look what the light's like, sort of looking over Windermere, see if we can get some shots of that view rather than the usual kind of Loughrigg tarn kind of honeypot. Yeah, it's been some absolutely fantastic shots come out the lakes the last few days. You know, beautiful inversions, kind of cold rock, cold weather conditions that some of you have like produced some absolute bangers. Definitely proper jealous on that one. But yeah, typically today, I mean, it's a beautiful morning, right? But there's no sign of any inversion and it's kind of 1-2 degree. But you know, there's a little bit of cloud in the sky. It's already starting to brighten up. Probably should have got up a little bit earlier, right? But hey ho, we'll see what we can find. I mean, we're not going to get any photographs, so I've just sat at home, right? So let's go and see what we can find. Whew. Anyway, like, I'm pretty new to this filming lark, as you can probably tell by this horrendous quality of video. But here's my number one tip that I've learned so far: don't try and make a vlog when you're walking up a hill, because you basically sound like you're really unfit, which, yeah, I probably am, to be fair. But yeah, there you go, top tip number one, value add. Here's a few thoughts about what we're going to do today. We're going to take some photographs, basically. I'm hoping to take you on a little journey through these videos of my own kind of learning in the world of landscape photography. You know, I've done quite a bit of photography in my time, but not really a lot of landscapes, and it's a definite learning curve. So I thought it'd be useful just to kind of share that journey, so we can all learn together and see where we get to. And yeah, first thing I learned was not to record walking uphill, and I've kind of completely ignored that advice already. So do as I say, not as I do, right? Whew. So kind of arrived at where I kind of wanted to come as kind of a plan A, and this is, yeah, just above Clappers Gate. You can sort of see down Windermere there, hopefully, just on the wayside. This is the kind of direction of Windermere, lakeside, all of that sort of stuff, right? And it's not quite sunrise yet. I don't know how much you can tell, but the sun's not quite up, but it's already some quite nice light. It's actually pretty windy. It's a lot windier than I thought it was going to be, which always plays havoc with your photography, right? Trying to keep that tripod stable, he says, trying to keep his camera stable in his own hand. Guys, it's a learning curve, this, right? So there is a bit of a shot here, right? I mean, but it's a bit kind of standard, like tourist shot, straight down Windermere, as it's been renamed today, Windermere for the win. So I think we'll leave that. There's no inversion on it. We'll just have a little look around, see what else we can find. I mean, if we go over this way, come on, over there somewhere, maybe we'll go up onto one of these little peaks, see what's sort of knocking around over there, see what we can find. Whew, windy, let's go. Yeah, okay, so I think we've got our first composition. I don't think he's going to win any awards, right? But I'm going to take it anyway. So it'd just be nice to get a shot in. I sometimes find that, you know, if you're struggling a bit, like, one of the best things you can do is just get a shot. Even if it's not that amazing, it just kind of, I don't know, just breaks you in a little bit, gets the psych up, and suddenly, you know, other stuff appears and you get a bit more kind of into your photography. I don't know, maybe that's just me, maybe you find the same. But anyway, this composition here, we've kind of got this, well, everything's back to front, leading line of these rocks, okay? I think we're going to go for a kind of portrait, sort of crop orientation, get the words right. And then obviously we've got the lake in the background. The sun's going to rise over here somewhere. And I'm not usually one for just shooting straight into a sunrise, but you know, it might look kind of cool. There's no mist or anything like that. Oh, I need to get my head around this camera, right? Up's down, down is up, left is right, etc. So we'll just get it set up and we'll see how that goes. Who's been here before? I bet everybody's been here before. Got better shots than me as well, right? Let's do this. It's pretty windy today, so let's see how we get on. This tripod's all right, but I don't know, in the wind I think it struggles a little bit. Maybe they all do, unless you've got like a really heavy rig. It's that balance, isn't it, between having something that's super heavy and something that you can take out on the hills. Pretty nice morning. A few other people around, which is pretty embarrassing making a video, to be honest, when there's other folk about. Oh, windy! So hold on to your tripod, morning. So we've got quite a lot of contrast in this scene. We've got obviously the bright of the sun rising and the dark of the rocks in the foreground. So tried a bit of an exposure bracket and also some focus stacking on a point nice and close, a point in the midground and a point in the background. We'll just see what comes of that and whether we need to blend them together later.
I can tell you want me.
Alright, so that's the first shot of the day, not too bad potentially. Tad embarrassing really, you know, I was just there like basically chatting about composition to you guys, and then you look round and there's just people everywhere. I mean, no one cares, right? I guess the only person who cares is me, like some sort of weird embarrassment for, I don't know, my own ego or something, or lack of. But yeah, embarrassing all the same. But anyway, we got the shot, see what you think of it. You know, it could be better, but it's always nice to get a shot in. The views now are just fantastic. I mean, the sun's come up a little bit. That's just looking out over to Windermere, and we've just had another quick shot just over here. Whoa, just from down here, I'll just take you down. Just kind of caught it, sort of just handheld. It's really windy, so kind of got to watch those shutter speeds a little bit, but just down here, if I just try and show you, I just turn this round. I don't know if you can see, but that's the sort of leading lines of this rock here, and obviously the lake in the background. I'll put that shot up as well, and that one sort of handheld and shot it at f16, not for the depth of field really, just to try and get a little bit of a sun star. You know, this lens, if you shoot it at f16, you do get a little bit of a sun star, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, the exposure is pretty tough, right, because of the contrast, so try to expose for the highlights mainly, so, and just hopefully be able to pull the shadows back a little bit in Lightroom later, because the most important thing in that scene for me was the sky, I guess. Yeah, so just up there, you know, what we were doing was just shooting at ISO 64, but it got a little bit windy and just a bit concerned about the sort of shake on the tripod. So what I basically did was, well, I held onto the tripod for a bit because it felt like it was going to go, but after that, just up the ISO, yeah? So shot at about ISO 400, I think, in the end. We have to check the files later, and that just meant that the shutter speed kind of popped up a little bit, maybe dealt with some of that strong wind. You know, we'll see, right? We'll see. Yeah, often you get back and realise you should have gone faster, but hey, it's all learning, right? So yeah, it sort of looks like we're about to lose a light behind this bank of clouds. I mean, it's pretty beautiful, right? But I think we'll go and see if we can get something, you know, let me show you, kind of over this way maybe. Yeah, maybe looking out over there onto those fells. There's another tog over there, I don't know if you can see him or her. Let's go and see what we can find. It's amazing how your plans change, isn't it? So we were going to head over there and mess around with some of the light on those fells, but you know, the light over Windermere now is just pretty stellar. So yeah, I've just been playing with two things really: a portrait shot using the kind of leading line of the shape of the lake past Loughrigg, and we've got this amazing like light coming through, and just like a little bit of haze. I don't know if you can see it. Let's just sort of have a pan round. Can you pan? Yeah. So I don't know if you can see, but there's just this amazing kind of light over here, just like coming through the clouds, and these rays of light. I don't know if we're going to capture them very well, but yeah, I've done some kind of portrait shots and some landscape shots of this view basically. But yeah, just kind of zooming in a little bit really on the lake. Lots of bracketing happening because it's yeah, super contrasty. So yeah, stop under and stop over and try and blend those later and see what happens. So yeah, I'm going to get some more shots of this actually. But it could be one of those things, you know, when you stand there with your tripod for kind of half an hour taking like 100 shots of the same view without even moving a little naff. Maybe the learning here is you should actually try different angles too. But hey, you know, do as I say, not as I do. It's quite nice, to be fair.
I can tell you want me. I can show you how. Take it out. I can tell you want me.
So not a bad morning really, no inversions to be found. Basically too windy. I totally missed out in the forecast for today. I just saw the cold weather and the sort of early morning sun, and I thought, oh yeah, you know, we're going to be all right here. But it's way too windy for inversions. I mean, my tripod nearly blew over at least a couple of times, like genuinely, even with a bag on it. But from a photography kind of standpoint, I think it's done. So yeah, let's get out of here basically. Back down to the car through the woods. So I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. Kind of the whole point of it really is to kind of record my own kind of journey into becoming a better landscape photographer, whatever that means. Yeah, hopefully you can kind of get something out of it yourselves. I mean, if there's anything that you kind of saw me do that you thought like I could do better, then I'd just love to hear, like fire it in the comments below, you know. Yeah, and if you kind of liked it, you know, well, I'm tripping over. If you kind of like this video and stuff, then you know the crack, like hit the like button and maybe subscribe as well, and then I'll sort of see it and think, well yeah, other folk are getting something out of this, I'll do it again. But yeah, for now, hope you all have a good day, and I'll catch you later. Bye.